Treyarch is in trouble if they don't step up their game for this next Call of Duty. No matter how much I bash on Modern Warfare for being not the best Call of Duty, and no matter how much anyone dislikes this game, no one can deny that this game is loved by a lot of people. This game adds so many more modes than Treyarch has been adding in the past couple Call of Duties. So many more maps that they've added, way more than Black Ops 4 ever had. And their Battle Royale is phenomenal and destroys the Blackout in almost every single way that I can even think of. Instead of having supply drops, they have blueprints. This game beats Black Ops 4 in so many ways. The only thing it doesn't have that Black Ops 4 has, in my opinion, is good map design. And in my opinion, a good flow. You know, this game definitely isn't as fast-paced as I would like to admit. It's a very slow Call of Duty, and no one can deny that. The fact is, if they don't step up their next game, Treyarch's going to be in trouble. And what I mean by in trouble, I mean, for a couple years now, Treyarch has been the fan favorite, and no one can deny it. Even if you like Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2 better than the Black Ops 1 and 2, you still can't deny, after Call of Duty Ghost released, and then Infinite Warfare, everyone lost hope in Infinity Ward's Call of Duty making. And Treyarch was the fan favorite developer. Hands down. And if you can't admit that, I'm not sure, like, that you should exist. If you think Cold War 2 beats Black Ops 3, you're crazy. This game is loved by a lot of people, and no one can deny, not even me, that it is better than Black Ops 4. Of course it's C4, every time. And Call of Duty Black Ops 5 and Call of Duty Cold War, whatever it's gonna be titled, it hasn't even been revealed, talked about, or anything. And it's already like so late in game, so everyone thinks that this game is going to be in fact behind schedule, which means it might not have as much content as this game, which means Infinity Ward could be the fan favorite developer if this continues. If they don't reveal it and there's no beta or anything, I'm gonna be pretty worried about this game. The beta should be happening very soon if the other Call of Duties have anything to do with timing. It is past all the reveal dates of other Call of Duties. It's already past that, so if it doesn't get revealed soon, I'm not even sure if they're gonna do a normal reveal like they normally would. Maybe it has something to do with Warzone, maybe it doesn't, I'm not sure. But either way, no one knows what this game is going to be like. Besides the fact that it's going to be in the Cold War. I mean, it's kind of obvious that there's not gonna be supply drops. That's, at the end of the day, there's not gonna be supply drops. But this game has a lot of content. And I am including the Gunsmith, which was the best addition in Call of Duty since as long as I can remember. Please kill him. I got one. And it's already been basically confirmed. It's been leaked, but by an incredible source that's like never wrong. The Gunsmith will not be returning. Whether that's because they're late in development and very behind schedule, or they just don't think it fits in Call of Duty is besides the point. The fact is, it's not in there. Which the Gunsmith is one of the reasons that this Call of Duty is so loved. You can make any, like, gun almost into any other type of gun. You can make a SMG into an AR or LMG if you really want to. I'm so bad. Whether the gun is good or not, you can still have fun creating it no matter how you like it. Every gun has multiple, like, playstyles because of this factor. Unlike in other Call of Duties where it kind of has a best class setup. You can't really have a best class setup in this game. It's more like this gun can be like this and it's really good. I don't know. Either way, since it's not returning in the next Call of Duty, it's kind of freaking everyone out a little bit. And like, what if they just don't have a lot of weapons like in this game? This game actually had a decent amount of weapons at launch. And if the next Call of Duty doesn't have a decent amount of weapons at launch, which if they're late in development, it might not. And without Gunsmith, the game will just get old really fast and people will like go back to Modern Warfare, and that would just be sad. Now, one thing that Modern Warfare did that really messed up, and I think kind of ruined this game for me in my opinion, is the fact that there's no prestige system. Now, it is kind of weird. A lot of people thought the prestige system was an old thing that needed to be changed for many years now. But now that it's gone, I gotta say, I think it's the worst decision that this game has ever made. Once you get to level 155, there's nothing to do, and it's just boring in my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion about what it should be and stuff, but this system that is currently in Modern Warfare is just awful compared to the prestige system. It has been leaked that the next Call of Duty will have a prestige system, and if so, I cannot wait for that. Getting to master prestige and getting prestige awards was almost an unattainable goal for some, but it was a very stretched out goal for others. That kept them playing the game for hours and hours and hours and days, potentially making them have thousands of hours in the game. Speaking of more maps in Modern Warfare than Black Ops 4, there is an argument to go against this factor. The fact is, a lot of the maps you don't ever play. Hear me out. If you don't play Gunfight, which is 2v2s or 3v3s, you will never see most of the maps that are in Modern Warfare. Or a good chunk of them at least. If you don't play 10v10s, you won't see those maps. You don't play Ground War, you will never see those maps. At the end of the day, how many 6v6 maps are there? Compared to Black Ops 4, which all maps. I got him! All maps are 6v6 and you can play them. So, the fact is, I really hope that Call of Duty Black Ops 5, is what I'm going to call it right now, just doesn't do this. I only play mostly 6v6 stuff, and occasionally Gunfight because that's a super fun game mode. But I'd rather just all the maps be 6v6 than having all these different types of maps and different game modes that just I and most of the community will never play. Ground War is amazing and fun, but honestly, I'd be okay with a normal Ground War instead of the Battlefield Ground War that we have in this game. On normal 6v6 maps, making it more chaotic, kind of like Shimmy, but on a larger scale. Like imagine 20v20 on like a normal like 6v6 map. It'll be crazy, and everyone likes Shipment, and Shipment's crazy. Is it a good idea? I don't know. I'm not a game developer, but I think it'll be much better than only playing on a couple maps in the game. One thing that Modern Warfare has is tracers. Tracers are a really cool addition. It is definitely a cool customization that can be either bought or unlocked freely. Well, at least not right now, but it could potentially be unlocked freely in the future. It's a cool addition to Call of Duty, but Black Ops 4 had their own death effects, so that was cool. I wish that the next Call of Duty could combine death effects, tracers, and all that, and have so much more customizable options. Treyarch tends to not really care about realisticness like in this game, so I think the customization stuff is going to be so much better than this next Call of Duty, and I hope so. Modern Warfare and World War II, or Sledgehammer games, tend to go with the more realistic route until like 75% of their year is done, and then they start going goofy, which I just don't just go goofy all the way. I don't know. I know that like half the community like going to nothing but realisticness, but in my opinion, goofiness is just super fun. Like, it doesn't have to be realistic to be fun. It's an arcade shooter, kind of like Advanced Warfare had the clown outfit. Like, I thought it was interesting and fun and cool, but a lot of people made fun of it, and thus Call of Duty nowadays tends to be more realistic. Besides with Black Ops 4, and obviously pretty much any Treyarch game, it tends to be a more realistic side. Like in Modern Warfare, I don't think there's any animated camos in this game. But don't get me wrong, there is cool camos, like this one I'm having right now, and even this one. But the fact is, animated camos are so cool. Especially Dark Matter, and in my opinion, Dark Matter in this game, or Damascus, just isn't worth going for when it takes that long, compared to Black, or Dark Matter, or any other cool camo that they had in the other Call of Duties. Let alone, if they did have Prestige system, Prestige Master Rewards are really cool and stuff, and they're usually animated camos, so, I don't know. But Call of Duty, sadly, Treyarch was working with World War II, so they potentially did go with the realistic route, considering Sledgehammer always goes with the realistic route. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see how they did it. But if they didn't go with, like, fun camos and stuff, I'm gonna be really disappointed. One thing that a lot of people disagreed with and was kind of, like, mad about was the fact that Dead Silence is now a field upgrade and not a perk. But in this game, or Call of Duty 2020, seems like it's not even there, at least at the moment, at all. Which I think if that happens, a lot of people will be disappointed, and I'm not looking forward to it either. Now in this game, sadly, if you do play fast-paced, you will get punished, which is what I play fast-paced all the time. But in Treyarch games, they tend to like promote it, especially since in this next Call of Duty, you will have 150 health. So you better bet on your life, I will be enjoying that. But just because it has 150 health doesn't mean it's going to have a fast time to kill. It really just depends on your weapon damage and etc. and all that stuff. Now, the next Call of Duty will have a Warzone map, like a Blackout-inspired map in Warzone. So that is definitely going to be fun. But if Call of Duty 2020 has more health, will the Warzone map coming to Call of Duty 2020 have more health? I don't know how that's going to work. Because right now in Warzone, I think it has the perfect time to kill, especially with armor. And if they put even more health, I think the time to kill will be too long. So it's kind of interesting how they're going to do things. In this game, camping is a well-known issue in this game compared to most Treyarch games. Most Call of Duty games in general, I guess. You can't really say it's a Treyarch thing. Either way, guys, I'm just worried about this next Call of Duty, considering we haven't heard anything so far. And honestly, I just hate this game so much. But if this next Call of Duty isn't good, I'm afraid Treyarch's title of being the fan favorite creator will get overthrown. Now, with Black Ops 4 being their only Call of Duty, in my opinion, that was awful. Not even awful, just not good, I guess. And with Infinity Ward having Ghost, Infinite Warfare, and in my opinion, this game, I still don't know who my favorite would be. But if they screw this Call of Duty up, that's gonna suck. I guess we'll just have to wait until the reveal trailer, which who knows when that's coming, if there's even gonna be a beta. And please bring Master Prestige rewards, because I really want that back. I hate going to level 155 and then just nothing to do. As you guys can see, look how many double weapon XP or double XP tokens I have. I have so many. Because double XP is pointless to me, because I get to level 155 so easily if I actually try. It'll take me like a couple days, and I'm just like, there's nothing left to do. So I actually don't use these. I wish I could give them to you guys, for the people who want to use them. But I can't, and they're just sitting here. Double weapon XP I do like, but I don't really care. I just really wish, if there was Prestige Master, I probably would use these tokens. But as of right now, they're just not entertaining at all for me. Now, what they could do is a separate system, and maybe have a Season Pass level, and then an overall level. I mean, honestly, I just think this system is just awful, and I just want something else. I think everyone will agree with me, Prestiging was way better. And yes, it wasn't perfect, but it was better than this. So that's all I'm gonna say about this. Hopefully this next Call of Duty gets revealed within a couple weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2. I don't know. If it doesn't get revealed ever, the game's never coming out. I don't know. Supposedly it's still gonna be coming out in October/November-ish, but we'll see. Peace.